Ladies and gentlemen, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Will the defendants please rise and face the jury?
We find the defendant, Matthew Haynes, guilty of criminal solicitation. We find the defendant, Stuart Holloway, guilty of criminal solicitation. We find the defendant, Clifford Albrecht, guilty of criminal solicitation.
Sentence will be imposed 2 weeks from today at 10. This court is adjourned.
I'd like to go home and I'd like to play with my dad.
From the nightmares of the real world, we travel east into adventure and romance aboard the night train to Kathmandu in a couple of minutes.
Friday night on the Movie Channel. Houses where the supernatural shelters. At 1:45, the instruments of evil return in Phantasm 2. And at 1:25, Ray Milland faces The Uninvited. Check your windows and doors before you settle down to watch this Friday.
Hot off the press, BSB News brings you an early look at the newspaper stories you'll be reading in a few hours. And the front pages of the early editions have a wide range of lead stories. The qualities have Mikhail Gorbachev winning the Nobel Peace Prize and John Major's comments in the Commons about not cutting interest rates until the economy improves. But the Financial Times is alone in concentrating on his views on monetary union. It says the Chancellor said although Britain wouldn't allow the imposition of a single currency,
he left the door open for a compromise aimed at avoiding isolation among its EC partners.
On the subject of the Nobel Peace Prize, awarded for the first time to a Soviet leader, The Guardian says succinctly,
President Gorbachev yesterday won the world's biggest consolation prize. He took the Nobel Peace Award for losing the Cold War.
The Daily Mirror's front page reports that children at a cash-starved Stafford primary school may have to take their own toilet rolls to school. The paper gleefully tells us it's an attempt to wipe out the cost of the government's new national curriculum. Parents have been told of the scheme in a letter from the headmaster, part of which the paper prints.
The kids may also be asked to bring their own towels, pencils, pens, rulers and rubbers.
And the Mirror quotes Labour councillor Peter Smith, who thinks the plan is a terrible condemnation of our education system.
When I was shown the letter, I thought it was a joke. I didn't think it could be anything else but a send-up.
The Star leads with a claim that British truck drivers are being regularly attacked by their Spanish counterparts. The paper says members of the Spanish Transport Union are ganging up to attack British drivers in a price war. Cab windows have been smashed and tyres slashed with knives. One of the drivers, who was ambushed near Pamplona, said,
They started to beat on the windows and panelling, and some had knives drawn.
And finally, the royal family provide a bit more newspaper fodder as their spending habits are revealed for all to see. The Telegraph reveals such fascinating facts as the Queen spends nearly £38,000 a year on flowers and more than £17,000 on newspapers. Faced with such tidbits, the Today newspaper is shocked. The royals are enjoying a massive spending spree at the taxpayers' expense. It rages,
Keeping the royals in luxury wherever they go costs a fortune.
And that's what's hot off the press this Tuesday morning. There'll be more news from the BSB newsroom throughout the day.
This November, the Movie Channel brings you a collection of stars. Sean Connery, Oscar winner, joins the Untouchables.
He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue.
Federal officer!
With Kevin Costner, Andy Garcia.
Oh, I like it.
And Robert De Niro as Capone.
I grew up in a tough neighborhood.
Just tell me, are you being careful?
Make sure when your shift is over, you go home alive.
Sean Connery also stars with the dynamic Meg Ryan.
Don't turn your back on me.
You think I'm going to stand here listening to your rubbish?
Father and daughter in The Presidio.
You're a coward.
That's enough.
We used to joke that being in the army is not a matter of life and death. It's more important than that.
Seductive Kim Basinger is on the wrong side of Richard Gere.
I don't care about you!
I want you.
In the tense thriller No Mercy,
Satisfied?
Toodaloo now.
says Jeff Bridges to his ex-wife, as Kim Basinger stars as Nadine.
Ain't she a little on the cheap side for you?
Who is the Pope of Greenwich Village? Is it Daryl Hannah?
I'm pregnant.
Or Mickey Rourke?
This might be your church. Right now, I'm the Pope of Greenwich Village.
Bill of Rights? What Bill of Rights? We don't have any Bill of Rights. We don't have free speech in this country. We never will have.
In peace, in war, in love. Redford and Streisand in The Way We Were. And Redford steps behind the camera
You're under arrest. What's he charged with? Attempted murder.
to direct.
What's the problem? We're about to have a war.
The Milagro Beanfield War.
With a voice and a face like this, I got nothing to worry about. I can always drive a cab.
Harvey Fierstein co-stars with Matthew Broderick in Torch Song Trilogy. And Broderick's out of civvies and into uniform for Biloxi Blues.
As I look back now, a lot of years later, I realized my time in the Army was the happiest time of my life. I liked it for the most selfish reason of all, because I was young.
It's Molly Ringwald's 16th birthday.
Last night at the dance, my little brother paid $1 to see your underwear.
She's gotten her boobies.
Oh.
But 16 candles are the last thing on her mind. Oscar winner Daniel Day-Lewis is at large in America.
You don't like my cooking or something?
It's quite delicious. Tell me, what exactly is that?
It's stars and bars, Daniel.
That was funny, wasn't it?
Paul Newman's the judge. Jacqueline Bissett's the daughter. Roddy McDowell's the lawyer. And Victoria Principal's just a good friend in the life and times of Judge Roy Bean.
All men stand equal before the law. Right way's the hardest. Wrong way's the easiest. So you get crooked rivers and crooked men.
Cop Nick Nolte blasts the crooked men in Extreme Prejudice. This November on the Movie Channel.
Borstal life. It's taken away her daughter.
Alice, you gonna come and play with me?
It's taken away her pride. And now it could take away her sanity.
I'm Mummy. I'm your mummy.
Disturbing, harrowing, heartbreaking. Life on the Edge in Scrubbers, Tuesday at 10:05 on the Movie Channel.
Kleenex tissues, now softer than ever.
Wherever you might be. Wherever they may be. There is a company in Britain that keeps you in touch. It's the largest mobile phone network in the world. Vodafone.
The Fiat Tempra has landed.
Can I help you, sir?
The balance on my instant extra account, please.
Or just tap in your details.
Here in the money, here in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Here in the money, come on, honey. Let's spend it, lend it, going along.
With an instant extra account, you'll enjoy high interest and instant access. And we won't make a song and dance about it.
This new Kleenex Velvet bathroom tissue is very soft, very strong. And because it's recycled, it's greener too.
If you want to make beautiful music, Argos takes care of it.
Yo, there, pretty mama. Hunger gnawing me to the bone. I'm fishing for something to jaw on. Crispy in the mainstream. And wearing top to toe is certainly best. And I want that in replay. You catch my drift? Ow! We are so brother, sweet thing. It's time for the feet to hit the street. Yo, skin there, little blood.
Drifter, it's a real mouthful.
Did you catch my drift?
They're worth about 100,000 each. There are 135 of them. That makes 13 million, my friend. This is the big one.
It was the crime of the century. What could possibly go wrong?
What's the matter?
Don't call me stupid.
From the unique imagination of John Cleese comes one of the best and award-winning comedies in recent years, A Fish Called Wanda. Along with John Cleese stars the award-winning Kevin Kline.
Don't call me stupid.
Oh, sorry.
The perfect Jamie Lee Curtis.
And the London Underground is not a political movement.
And the irresistible Michael Palin. A Fish Called Wanda, 104 minutes of non-stop hilarious comedy. Wednesday night at 10 on the Movie Channel. The video release of this film was certified by the British Board of Film Classification as U.
The medallion